Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be a book tag video. I'm going to be doing the popular opinion book tag because I feel like I've done a lot of videos about unpopular opinions and letting you know which popular books that I'm not really a fan of, or just wanting to normalize that you don't have to love everything that everyone else loves. However, I thought it was such a fun idea to do the opposite and confirm that some of these are actually fantastic. I love them and everyone else seems to love them, so maybe you will also. So let's go through the question. I will link the original creator down below. I hope you don't mind this background for whenever it's not sunny. Right now it's 10 a.m. and it's so dark outside. They're announcing a thunderstorm, which I love, so hopefully that happens. But yes, I want to long-term switch things up a little bit, but this isn't bad, I think. Okay, so question number one, a popular book or series that you love. So I try to look only at series that I have completed, because there aren't a lot. And sometimes the last book makes the rest of the series not worth it. So I wanted to focus on series that I have finished. And I had to mention the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I do feel like a lot of people say to start with that one by him. And I'm always saying the opposite. I'm always saying start with Warbreaker or Elantris, which are currently standalones. However, one of them is going to be a duology and one of them is going to be a trilogy eventually. But I wanted to confirm that I do overall enjoy the Mistborn trilogy. One of my all-time favorite characters is in there. I love the world building, the magic system. I do think you can see why people love Brandon Sanderson in this trilogy. Personally, I feel like I don't tend to recommend it first because it's longer. It's like 3 books that are pretty thick and there are little lulls. Whatever, moments where things are a little slower, which some people might be turned off because it's 3 books. However, the ending of the last book just blew my mind when I read it. The magic system is super interesting based on metals that people that have the magical powers can just ingest and just burn them. And it's very strict magic system, which I thought was interesting. And again, I feel like every piece falls into place throughout the trilogy and it's just better and better and definitely worth the hype, in my opinion. As far as standalone books, I think I'm going to go with 1,000 Splendid Suns, which I just finished, so I want to talk about it really. And I wanted to say it's worth the hype. There's over 1 million ratings on Goodreads, so definitely very popular. The author in general is popular. And I think I prefer it over The Kite Runner, but I mean, I don't really want to choose favorites. I hate doing that. But yes, definitely worth the hype. I listened to it as an audiobook, not a bad way of going through it, and just could feel for the characters so bad. It's a wonderful book if you want to cry. It definitely depressed the crap out of me. So worth the hype. Question number 2, an underhyped book or series that you love and wish was more popular. Can I be annoying again? The Sword of Kaijin. I know, I've been raving about it a lot and I will not shut up about it because it has about 5,000 ratings on Goodreads. Do you know how unrated that is? Underrated. That is. It is so low. So I will continue to bug every single one of you. If you enjoy standalone fantasy books, you need to try this one. I was annoyed a little bit about with the main female character in the first like third of the book, and then her arc became one of my all-time favorite one. She's just so interesting. Magic system is interesting. And standalone, I feel like we need more standalone fantasy books, and this is amazing. So underrated and should not be. Number 3, a romance, love triangle, or OTP that you love. Okay, I'm not a big romance person. I kind of want to say that I want to read. It must be the summer. It does that to me. I feel a bit more in the mood to read some romance, but the one that I tend to recommend quite a bit on BookTube is the Winter's Curse trilogy because I like it. It's definitely on the fantasy side. Like, it's not just romance, but it is YA. I think so. And I like it. It is enemy to lover, which for some reason tends to work for me apparently. And this specific one, I definitely did enjoy the trilogy. The second book is obviously the tragic one, you know, between the 2 characters, and I did read the whole trilogy, so I wanted to include this one. Definitely one of my favorite couple. I kind of don't like saying that. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to regret this. But yes, I did overall enjoy this romance book and it makes me want to explore more, but maybe not. I'm always cautious whenever I say I want to read more romance because I do, but at the same time, I'm so picky that we'll see. Number 4, your favorite genre plus a popular genre that you want to read more often. Okay, if you're not new here, you know that SFF, that's definitely my thing, sci-fi and fantasy books. About 50% of my reading every year is from these 2 categories combined. I don't think it's that different this year, although I have been reading more mystery thrillers. I've been on a kick and I'm happy to continue this year because I was reading them a lot less because I kept being disappointed. However, we are hopeful that this year will be the year that I can finally do an updated like fall reads, because that's usually when I tend to read them the most. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully I read a couple really great ones during the summer. If you have any recommendations, let me know. But yes, I have a bunch on my TBR for the summer, so we're very hopeful. Number 5, a popular or beloved character that you love or a character that you feel deserves more love. I actually just posted a video about some of my all-time favorite book characters, included Samwise Gamgee. I put this very cringy thumbnail, which everyone can tease me about for the rest of my life. I'm okay with it. I just love really wholesome male characters. This video was all about male characters, and you'll notice that 3 of them are especially wholesome. It's just my thing. I just love seeing them in books. Some great wholesome representation. We need that. And then I added a little bit of spice with some characters that were less wholesome. But yes, Sam is probably one of my all-time favorite characters. He's just, yes, definitely these kind of characters work for me. And he's popular, obviously, Lord of the Rings. Number 6, an Autobuy author. Brandon Sanderson. Always and forever. He made it. Actually, I did a video about that topic. Authors that I will just continue buying everything they come out with. I have literally a shelf. This is all his stuff, and I will continue to do so. I am planning on buying a brand new hardcover edition of the 3rd book in the Skyward series. Cytone, I think? Cetone? I don't know. It's coming in November. I will be buying it, which I don't buy a ton of brand new books. Although I haven't bought any books in a while because library sales are off, but soon, hopefully. But yes, I will continue to buy his books every single time, pretty much. Short stories can be a bit more hit and miss, but his full books in these series absolutely will continue to repurchase or purchase them as they come out. As far as female authors, I am hoping that Gillian Flynn will publish anything and I will buy it. But she hasn't published in forever. And otherwise, Becky Chambers. I will continue to read everything she comes out with. She's coming out with a new book that I have read the arc, but Upsum for the Wild Built. Fantastic character-driven story in a version of a world where robots one day got up and left us. And you're following this monk trying to figure out the meaning of life. So, number 7, a popular book trope that you love reading about. Okay, I have some favorites. I don't mind, like I was saying, enemy to lover, although it needs to be like in a fantasy setting, I think, to work for me. Although I haven't really tried that many romances. I think that's more popular than my sci-fi and fantasy stuff, but otherwise, it would have to be First Contact with Aliens. That's definitely still something I am in the mood for, although I haven't read that many this year. I need to change that. And someone reliving their life or their day over and over again. That's something I enjoy in books, movie, TV shows. I have seen them all. Probably should do a video on the topic if you are interested. But yeah, these 2 main ones, well 3 if you count the enemy to lover, are definitely things that I have been reading over and over again and will continue to do so until I find something else. I'm actually curious what your favorite tropes are. Because I'm trying to think, maybe Magical School, which I just did a vlog on, and I'm thinking of doing a video about my favorite ones. I still want to read more before I do that video. I need to just get over it and do like part 1. But yes, that's also something I like reading about. Number 8, a popular series that you are excited to read. I'm going to twist it a little bit and just do the ones that I want to continue. I've only read the first book. So there is the First Law trilogy. I have read The Blade itself. Huge blank there. That was fantastic. Took me by surprise. The second book is on my TBR for this month. Like, so many of these are. So I'm just going to mention them quickly. I want to continue the Starlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. They're all there. I want to continue the Millennium series. And I want to start, actually, I should have started by that one because that's the starting one. I'm going to be reading The Eye of the World. We are going to this month also. So basically my TBR this month. That's what I want to read, which is a good sign, right? Number 9, a popular book and movie where you love the story in both formats. I do tend to be picky. I think one of the best, most popular example to, follow this video, this book tag, I would have to go with Lord of the Rings. I think the movies did a really great job just following the important parts of the books and skipping things like Tom that weren't super necessary. Like obviously in the folklore, blah, blah, yes. But for like the average person watching the movies was definitely fantastic. So I do think that Lord of the Rings did a great job, and it works with popular, because I was going to name things that aren't popular. But yes, Lord of the Rings, best example. So that's gonna be it for this little book tag. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section your answers, your popular books that work for these questions, because I want to know. Thumbs up, subscribe. I will be putting more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I will see you in an upcoming video very soon. Bye.